What I want to do is give you a bonus here and talk about the upside down kiss. Now, what the upside down kiss is for primarily is basically when she is lying down in the opposite direction of you. This can work in a 69 position when you are either under her or on top of her. This also works with five play. Now let me pull out the head, not my head, but the head. So the upside down kiss is, and again, I've got her. The reason I have her upside down is because that's how the kiss is going to go. So basically, in some instances, let me give you an idea. Some instances, you can be laying, she can be laying down, and you can be laying right next to her. As you can see, I'm right face to face with her. Okay? An upside down kiss is not when she's face to face, but when she's in a position where she is technically upside down. Okay? I mean, it's common basic sense. But what I want to show you some technique moves here today on how to do some upside down kissing using high lip, low lip. You can go to you can do the chin kissing here. You can do the eyebrows. You can do the ears. It's a lot of things that you can do. Even you can do the cheek to cheek while you're upside down. But the cool thing about the upside down kiss is that it is totally different. There might be a time where your woman is laying on the floor, just relaxing or working out or doing anything. She's laying on the floor, and let's say she's like in this position. She's laying on the floor. Usually, sometimes what I like to do, instead of laying right beside her where we're like face to face like this, sometimes I like to lay the opposite direction where we're face to face like this on the opposite view where I'm kind of looking in her eyes. So it's like I say, an upside down thing. But what I usually like to do at that point is, again, sometimes to have a little fun. Remember, it's either about passion or slowing it down or going hard and fast. So whichever one you want to do, you can do in this situation. Now, in this situation right here, what I'm doing is I'm kind of like doing a little Eskimo. I want to play with it a little bit. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because at this point, I'm doing what I want to do. I can go straight in. I can be real romantic, but I'm just being a little playful, just doing a little rub nose, doing a little touch with my hand. See, now remember, we're face to face, and 9 times out of 10, where she's whatever side she's laying on. Now, for instance, if she's laying on this side, you can't see. What I would do is I'm taking my hand. I can't put my hand under her, but what I'm doing is I'm taking my hand and I'm rubbing the edge of her cheekbone to her ear. And then when I get to that, I may slide my thumb down to the side of her neck. So remember, you're going from cheekbone to the side of her once you hit the earlobe, and then you bring it down. That's one thing I would do while I'm just rubbing her nose. Just a little slight toying and playing. It's kind of like what I say, playing with the food. Once I do that, then from that point, I might kiss her forehead. And again, guys, the beautiful thing about this product here is it's what you want to do with it. It's how you want to kiss her. It's how you want to go about doing it, because this whole area is your playground depending on what you want to do, but it's how you do it. You don't want to give wet kisses. You want the kisses to be sort of moist, but not wet, not between moist and dry. So while I'm doing this and I'm rubbing her and everything, I might look, and this is something women fucking love to do, and you can do this face to face as well as upside down. What I would do if I'm rubbing her right there, I'd kiss her eyelids. I'd rub her. After I take my thumb, I'm rubbing her. I take my thumb, I rub the side of her cheek right there, and then come up. And then while I'm coming up, now look, while I'm coming up, if you notice, the meaty part of my thumb right here, the meaty part of your thumb is going to graze inside there. Now, if you don't want to see how it feels, if you take your hand and just graze it over your ear, you'll kind of get the sensation of what she's going to feel. So what I'm doing is when I go down to I'm hitting the cheekbone and I get to the bottom of her ear, then while I'm heading down and hitting the side of her neck, I'm taking the meaty part of my thumb and I'm rubbing the ear at the same time. Now, when I do all of that, after I'm rubbing and while I'm making my way down the side of her neck, I am then going to stop rubbing and I'm going to go down and I'm going to kiss and kiss. See what I'm saying? I'm kissing her eyebrow. I'm kissing her eyelids. Okay? And then from the kissing of the eyelid, now this is going to get you in the past. This is what kind of rolls them and throws them on because they ain't expecting this kind of shit. So once I kiss the eyelids, I will then take my cheek and maybe rub the side of her cheek from cheek to cheek. And remember, I'm rubbing the side of her cheek, but I'm coming all around with my lips to, listen, not to kiss her, but I'm grazing my lips over her lips. So let's look at it again. While I'm rubbing this, I'm doing the nose thing, I'm rubbing right here. Then when I get to the lobe, I'm gonna come all the way up, I'm gonna rub, then I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna kiss one, I'm gonna kiss two, then I'm gonna come back, I might kiss her forehead, it's what you wanna do. And then you can come all the way around and rub the side of her cheek, and while I rub her cheek, I'm then going to take my lips and I'm going to graze her lips. I'm going to graze her lips like that and come back around. And again, this is teasing. This is not kissing. This is more teasing before the kiss because she's not expecting that. All of these women usually get guys that just kiss and do some boring shit. I want you to show her that, look, if this is the first time y'all are doing something and you've never had her clothes off, this is the opportunity and the chance to show her the skills you have with this portion. Because in her mind, once she realizes you do have skills, then when you go on to the next part of her body, it is going to turn her on. It is the difference. It's the game changer. Because most guys are like, and they're all that boring shit. I want you to have fun. And that's why I'm showing you this upside down kiss, because you're going to have her upside down. But even in that moment, what you can do is you can just rub the side of her face. And one of the most important things is the eye contact. Look at her eyes while you're doing it. And keep the eye contact is really important, because if it's either passion or straight fucking, you want to make sure that you know what, I'm in control. It's kind of like a thing we used to play as kids who stared at each other the longest without like smiling or whatever. I want you to stare through her. I don't want you to stare at her. I want you to look through her. And from that point right there, then after you rub lip to lip, this is the opportunity you can. Then from that lip, you can kiss the tip of her nose. Then you kiss the sides of her cheek. You know, you go from nose to side to cheek, to side to cheek. And look, and you can toy and miss the lips, go to the neck. You can go right to the neck and come right back down from the neck and start kissing the chin. And then you can do some upper lip or bottom lip. And then from that point, you can use all the other techniques that I've showed you. But the most important thing here is that this is another opportunity to show her how experienced you are. And something that a lot of women don't get from a lot of men is experience. They don't understand. They understand the boring guys. But when they meet the guys that know what they're doing, by all means, they get prepared. They buckle up because they're really nervous, because they're not sure. They're like, oh my God, what is he going to do next? They just have no idea what's behind that corner. And this is why I'm showing you this right now, because this is not about sitting here and being nervous that you're looking at someone upside down. It's the fact that y'all are looking at each other and you're showing her another passionate side to you, another freaky side to you, where you can kiss and take your hands and rub her breast. See, this gives you, see, while you're kissing her right here, you're kissing right here, right? So while you're kissing like this, it still gives you access to the chest, still gives you access to the neck, access to the face, access to the arms, the shoulders. You still have access to do five play on her with or without her clothes on, especially if you're going down and you're eating her. Say you're going down like you're eating her pussy out. What I would do is I would go work all my way back up, and then I would reverse myself, and then I would start doing that way and go all the way back down and slide my dick in her mouth. There's so many ways that you can do this, and I just want to make sure that with this bonus right here, that you use all the things that we have taught you, all the ways that you can touch her, all the things that you can do with your hands, all the things you can do with her ears and all that other stuff to show her that not only are you an experienced individual, you're a great kisser. Because with a great kisser becomes a man that knows how to do great five play and a man that knows how to fuck.